Ready to go. Yo, what up, YouTube? It's the Real Boss TV 815. Y'all already know what to do. Like and subscribe, man. We finna go hard tonight, man. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back at it. Y'all already know what it is. Everybody been asking what I've been doing, and I've been getting to the money, But we back at it, and I appreciate all my supporters, everybody that rock with me. I think we're gonna have some fun tonight, man. So I'm gonna give people time to get in here. But as you know, man, Kenneka Jenkins' best friend, Zahrie Walls, just passed at the little event, Juneteenth event. It's like the yacht thing that's going on out there, man. They do it all the time, but this time I got footage for y'all, man, that's gonna show you what was going on. Witnesses. It was actually other people that had got kicked off, like flew off a boat too. The rescue. I'm gonna show you the footage of the rescue team and all that. But like I say, I got footage of Kenneka Jenkins' mom speaking about Zahrie because Zahrie became a famous hairstylist, and she used to practice on Kenneka. So I got footage of Kenneka Jenkins' mom confirming that yeah, she used to live with them and all that. Like, so this is one of her closest friends, and I just want to know how y'all feel about everybody surrounding this Kenneka Jenkins case. Like, it's stuff happening to him. Like, I looked up Irene and them. Irene and them still doing good, but it's just a lot going on. I already dropped the link in the chat. If y'all want to join the panel and talk, you can do that. But just give me a second. I'm just finna let some people get in. We're gonna get straight to it, man. It's the Real Boss TV 815. Y'all already know what it is, man. Stay tuned. Don't leave because we finna go hard tonight. For real. Y'all got me messed up. Y'all know me. Y'all know my numbers. We finna turn it back up. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that stayed rocking with me, even in the downtime. I kind of got a little distracted, but oh well. Yeah, and we're gonna play this intro so y'all. So y'all grab your cigarettes, whatever you choose to do, your green, your drink or whatever, because we're gonna go live. We're gonna go hard for about an hour. Like I said, I got a lot of footage. I found a better way to manage it too, so I could just drop it straight in for y'all to check it out. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it straight to visuals and we're gonna talk about it. Anybody that wanna come up here, because a lot of times it be people that family members, friends. If y'all know Zahrie, y'all have anything about the case, don't be scared to click this link. I'm gonna pin the link. Don't be scared to come up here. You don't have to turn your camera on, but don't be scared. You see what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of people that know Zahrie. I've been seeing a lot on social media, and this is just a very unfortunate thing. So, Cash, so check it out. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
One of the closest friends to Kenneka Jenkins, Zahrie Walls, which I got pictures of them together. I've been doing the Kenneka Jenkins case. She became a famous hairstylist. She was doing celebrity people hair in real life, in real time. And out of all the conspiracy stuff, a lot of people try to attack her and say she has something to do with it. But that's not the case. Kenneka Jenkins' mom still rock with Zahrie. She reached out to Zahrie mom and everything. Zahrie lived with her and it's a lot of things. So with that being said, it's like we know the truth. And the thing that messes me up with this Kenneka Jenkins case is a lot of things keep happening to the people that was just surrounding it. That's what makes it such a conspiracy, which that might just be life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might just be life. You feel me? But either or, it's a lot of things. So Zari was at this little weekend thing uh, for Juneteenth out there where it's like a yacht party. So everybody rents out these big boats and they party on the yacht. I got the video. We're going to look it out at. And she was on top of the yacht twerking. The currents got high. I'm gonna show you how high the currents was. I'm gonna show you the rescue team. It got bad out there, and she fell off, and she can't swim. But even if she couldn't swim, it wouldn't matter because the currents. They had to save some people. They couldn't save her, basically.
Yeah. I've
The,
seen that.
yeah, the currents got her. They found her a mile away. And everybody's like, "Oh wow," because they remember her from Kenneka Jenkins' case. You see what I'm saying? Like she was the one of the closest friends. That was what everybody felt like one of her realest friends. That wasn't on no, you know, she was trying to be somebody. You feel me?
Yeah.
She went to college. She did all that. She's probably like 26. What's up with it? T Beezy. Anybody let me know. How old was Zari? She was like 26, right? Yeah, they be hanging with yeah. You know, but the same way Kanika and Zari, you can tell when you go to their profile what they be on. See, this is what we understand. You don't have to search and ask no questions. Go look to the source. When you go to Kanika, you go to Zari's page. You see she was on something. She was getting it. She was living. And I don't know. This kind of my thing is, how did she fall off, man? Look,
Things
y'all.
happen.
Right, we gonna get to some footage, but how did she fall off of it? I know they hold on to the bars. We gonna show you how rocky it got, but how did she fall off of there? Like, cause one of the video I seen, she had the life jacket on. She had it on, but they said she took it off. Oh, she was 27. Okay, I appreciate that, Bonita. So they said she took it off to dance, which I can't show the dancing video. I got all the videos. Look, I got it all. Look, I done went and did my research. I done went and got everything. But I ain't gonna show the dancing because for YouTube purposes. But she took off her you know vest and she was twerking on the top of it with a couple other girls having drinks, and the boat got rocky and kicked her off, and it wasn't enough people to save her. Now, Cash. Now this is my thing. If y'all allowing people to rent these boats for a big event, why is there not enough boat lifeguards and people, you see what I'm saying, to govern this?
You have to be at your own discretion. Everybody's grown, and some people choose to have fun over be safe. And people have to make better decisions, especially when they're in those types of situations. It's not all fun and games. There's
Hmm.
life that you have to protect, and if you
Right,
value your life, you'll do what you need to do to make sure that you stay safe at all times.
right. Now I agree with you on that. But my thing is like you know this is a big event and y'all renting out all your boats. So they care about their boats. They got insurance on their boats. But you got at least 40 boats out here in the water with no lifeguards for these people. See, I mean, it's dangerous both ways. It's like going to um like something like a racing. You know how that people be going to the yellow belly with all the cars and you don't got the railings and stuff so the car can fly into the crowd. Like they're making money. So right now this looks very bad for their investment because not only did she pass, on the other side, two other girls got knocked off and they found one. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's hitting national news. So it's like, what's going to happen is they're not going to be able to do this event again.
Well, from what I've seen, the event was trying to, disconnect themselves from even saying
Right.
that they were a part of that event, which is
Right.
you
Right.
know,
And I
which is
got the
crazy.
event. Look at it. I got the whole promotion video from the event. I'm gonna show y'all. You see what I'm saying? You know how I do, Cash. I'm gonna go do my research. I spent hours on this. I got a lot of footage that I want y'all to see, so everybody can understand what's really going on. Yes, it was some high powered event. They've been making this money doing this, and they didn't cross their I's and dot their T's this time, and the currents was bad. They wasn't
Yeah.
expecting this. Like I'm gonna show you, they really jumped in the water. They had a rescue team jumping in the water with their little stuff trying to get the girls out of the water, but Zahrie didn't make it. They found her a mile away, washed up. You see what I'm saying? And she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
swim. Which I'm not pointing a finger at nobody. You know what I mean? That's not my thing, but she couldn't swim. Her mom even said it. I got her mom going live. I got everything I'm gonna show you. She couldn't swim. So it's like, man, this is all trial and error, man. We gotta understand, like, everything is trial and error. So when you set up something like that, you never think about what could happen, and then when it happens, then you try to fix it. So people gotta lose their lives and stuff for stuff like this in real life. That's how they learn what to do. They Michigan could be very dangerous. The boat looked like it was a little overloaded. Yep. No, it's a girl that went like she said, why do y'all have that many people on that boat? Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
whole look, that was going hard. One dude had his blicky. One dude had his thing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was going hard on his little boat. It's not a big yacht. Come on, let's just get to understand. It's not a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
It's a miniature, boat that probably supposed to only fit like 70, I mean like 20 people in real life. It doesn't make any sense. And my thing is what I'm saying, some things is supposed to be governed. You know, I believe the parents can really go sue them because they didn't have, like if I bring you to the club and I got the club back door locked and something happened, I have all this, I can't just say, oh, you're supposed to be smart enough because I'm supposed to have some certain things for me to actually facilitate this many people in that club. You feel me? You get
Yeah, but
what you get where I'm going. You know how I do the club thing. We get, the club, we friends and them got fined. The owner said, yeah, it's y'all, but it is the owners because you have to facilitate the business that you bring in. It's just a fact. It's not even too many ways around that. You feel me? Like it's not too many ways around that part of it. If you have a function, you or whatever, you have to be able to facilitate it. So they did have one lifeguard crew out there, but only one. But you got 40 boats. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from, Cash, or like, do you?
I get where you're coming from, but I also see, the other angle of it because you're supposed to be grown, and if each boat is supposed to have so many life vests and so forth. So
And they already
safety should be
and,
your first priority,
and,
especially going on the water if you can't swim. You know what I mean?
right.
So
So look, so whenever we was trying to do that little boat party, you know, on Lake Louisville, they told us no, you can't have that many people on this boat. You gotta get a bigger one. See, but how is it? Oh, I showed the video. Why is there so many people on these boats? That's
because
the
people don't care to follow ruls and
but
regulations.
who let them get on the boat before the boat done took off? So nobody swam to the boat, right? You know what I'm saying? Nobody swam to the boat. They let them on there. Even a girl said it was a one. It was another boat beside them when they seen them girls, and she was like, she started pissing. She said, "Get me out of here! I don't." But she said, "Why is there so many people on that boat?" And they only had like 6 people on their boat or 10 at the most.
Mm.
But some of these boats just had a lot of people on it. I don't know how they finessed it. Maybe they know somebody. Who knows? But it happened. And this is the results. You feel me? Not only there is another girl missing farther off. Another girl went, Two other girls fell off a boat. They saved one, and the other one is they said they still ain't found her yet. You see what I'm saying? They still ain't
Mhm.
found her yet. But that's why I say it is when you running a business, you do take because there's certain things you have to have. Like I said, you can't have a spot and you overpopulate it and then you got the back door locked and you don't have things to accommodate it, which I think that's what's going to play out in this situation because they letting too many people on them boats, man. They, you know what I'm saying? This is I know they want to get their money, right? But they
True.
let too many people. Hey, Bonita, get yeah, she said Tanaya Amanda, she said this dangerous boat looked like it was a little overloaded. Yeah, wear your vest and sit down. But what's fun in sitting down? You know what I'm saying? Like this look like a spring break party for them. Like I'm like, you know they ain't finna sit down. It shouldn't have been overloaded because when they sell them boats, it has a capacity that they gotta adhere by too. They just want to make that money. They let them youngsters do that, man. They ain't said nothing.
Yeah,
Like I'm
each owner should be more responsible and say, hey, there should be a capacity. And
right.
when you reach that capacity, don't let nobody else on. It's that simple, you know? And a lot of these things can be avoided if we just follow just simple rules, you know?
Right, because we don't know. Okay, that remind me of that young man that fell off that ride. And the dudes that let him on, it's a video I did. The young dude that fell off that road, that ride to go straight in the air. They know he can't get on there if he's 400, but they let him on. And the dude that let him on was sitting up there hollering at females. Come on, man. Like in the video, while he said, man, something ain't right. It's going up. He said, stop. The dude talking to some ladies. So again, like this is crazy what happened to her,
Yeah, RIP.
but we
It's
gonna
it's
get we gonna
sad.
get we gonna get down to nitty gritty. So I'm gonna start dropping some of these videos so I can let y'all look at them. But like I say, man, I'm just a realist on some of these things because as I know, as you know, I've hosted events and stuff and the owners try to hold me accountable. You see what I'm saying? Said, "Oh, y'all let too many people here," and it was young. So I said, "But your security guards is the one to check. I don't check the IDs. I'm in VIP." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't check the IDs, man. Who you talking to? You see what I'm saying? You got full security guards out there that's just let people in, charging them $40 without a D. We ain't gonna get into that though. See, that's why I think it was going. You know what I'm talking about, Cash, right?
yeah, I
So
do.
just give them a little bit of money,
Hmm.
and they're gonna let you go. He should be all right. But them Currents said nope. Them Currents said, "No, we ain't all right today," and that's what happened.
Yeah, it was windy everywhere that
Yeah,
weekend.
that weekend, yeah. Even in the other places, it was real windy. The other spots that have boats and stuff, it was an accident over there. So it was very windy and it was a mess. And sometimes you gotta know how to call a spade, man. Like, cause it ain't no middleman that you can blame it on. It's just that company that's renting them boats out. Cause that's what I'm saying. Out here we get way more harassed. If we want to when we try to rent that boat, we had to go through so much of a process that we say, all right, we don't even feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But from my understanding, that weekend, everybody go in there and get a boat. All y'all put your money together. All you gotta do is have the money, so make it make sense. So you know, as far as the parents, whatever involved, I would get a lawyer and look into some negligence because this is the sue. This is the world we live in. It's all about suing. You know, don't always think you can't do nothing. I've seen too many people do it, but it is what it is, man. And
yeah, it's unfortunate. And I'm
Yeah.
praying for the family as well because I just can't imagine, losing a sister or somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
And she was blowing up. So look, so we're gonna check out this video. Let's see what you think about this. Let's see. Like I ain't did this in so long. I done forgot how to share my screen. For real. But now we good. All right. And everybody that's in the comments, man, if I didn't respond to you, I mean that's just I'm working on a lot of different things. So I'm gonna definitely get into it. I'm gonna definitely check
Pulled
out your
from Lake
comments.
Michigan on Saturday. Police say she was found in the waters near Navy
Mm,
Pier.
I don't want to let me.
And then in the same day, the Chicago Fire Department responded to reports of two people in Lake Michigan at 63rd Street Beach. We're told one person got out of the water, but another is still missing. And officials are warning those who have plans to be out on the water today to be cautious.
And with high winds, anchors are coming off the ground. If you're not setting the anchor properly, you're going to slide into another boat.
Mm.
There was a vigil for 27-year-old Zahrie Walls, who was pulled from Lake Michigan on Saturday. Police say she was found in the waters near Navy Pier. And then in the same day, the Chicago Fire Department responded to reports of two people in Lake Michigan at 63rd Street Beach. We're told one person got out of the water, but another is still missing. And officials are warning those who have plans to be out on the water today to be cautious.
And with high winds, anchors are coming off the ground. If you're not setting the anchor properly,
Shout
you're
out
going
to
to slide
Bonita.
into another boat.
Tonight, there was a vigil for 27-year-old Zahrie
Hold on,
Walls, who
look
was
at that.
pulled from Lake.
So that it did make the news. You see what I'm saying? It definitely made the news. So let me see here. What the hell? Hey, Cash, can you still see me?
no,
Okay, let's see. Okay,
I
that's what.
can see the screen on you. I see you now.
So that did make the news, but now we finna get a little deeper into this. Now, some of this I'm gonna have to like kind of maneuver because I can't show them in their bikinis and stuff like that. But we finna get a little deeper into this now. And it got hot. So we got okay. So we're gonna look at this other clip. And this is crazy because I want to blow this up, but it won't let me. Let's see.
These departments, rescue crews, we've seen them all over the lakefront here trying to manage these rescues. Now, there was a bunch of firefighters.
So where I'm getting at with this, so that area wasn't the only one that everybody participating in this little Juneteenth thing. So it's showing that this was happening that day in other areas too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like this ain't the only area where this happening. So it's like, they just didn't prepare for this type of situation. You feel me? They did not know this shit was gonna happen. You feel me? They did not know. What's up, TB? Look, they did not know this was gonna happen. So they weren't prepared.
And scuba dive teams out here about an hour ago. Now they are all gone. We'll go straight to that video where Chicago Fire tells us they were responding to a call of two people in the water here at 63rd Street Beach. One person managed to get themselves out of the water and back to shore, but the fire department tells us another person was still missing. So divers and helicopters were in this area. We saw them leave about 30 minutes ago. So we're not sure if they've been able to find that body or they're turning this over to a recovery mission. So we're waiting for word from the Chicago Fire Department. We'll keep you updated as that comes in. For now, we'll send it back to the studio.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link in case anybody else want to join and speak on this. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. But okay, so you see, like they was having problems. Like this was just a very messed up day for that event, for this to be going on.
It's Juneteenth weekend. It's a lot going on,
Right.
you
I'm
know.
talking about
So,
it was a bad day in the water. You see what I'm saying? In the
mm,
water, the currents, it was bad. Like I'm gonna show you a video of somebody that was screaming, "Get me off this boat." I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they was on another boat close to Zaria. You could see them trying to save Zaria and them, but that was in another boat, and she was like, "Get me," because my nerves is I don't, like freaking out because the
mm,
currents was just wow. It make you think though. I mean, that could happen, right? Because these not the big, huge yachts. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
These are like the little things that you're supposed to have like only maybe 20 people up in there, man. Like you see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to have that many people in there. I'm gonna show you, like, man, they was going hard. I believe like they was going hard. It was way too many people on the little boats, man. Like for real. You ain't supposed to have that many people on the boats. But like I said, I mean shit, it is what it is. You can't you know what I'm saying? Like but the
Yeah.
thing about it is who allowed them to do that? That's the question. Cause you gotta buy the boat. I mean, you gotta pay for it. You gotta go get it and get the keys and all that. And you right there where they can watch you. They can see how many people getting on the boat, or was they, or they just you see what I'm saying? Was they even doing that? That's the question. Was they even paying attention when these kids got this thing? Let's see. So we finna show. I'm finna show you what it really looks like. This is how it looks. The whole festival is like it's nothing but a bunch of boats and a lot of people getting on them things. And it's crazy. So let's see. Oh yeah, I got to keep the sound off of this one because they playing music. But you see what I'm saying? Like everybody's on these boats. You see how small they are?
Yeah.
It's not built for that, man. Not at all. Not by far. You ain't supposed to have that. Too much going on.
And when drink get involved and things like that, people aren't really, thinking correctly, and
Mhm.
they don't really, think that this could happen. But in life, you have to expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Now you're battling nature. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, on top of that,
Yeah.
so
That's just a fact. So with that happening, it's like you understand, like I believe it's gonna be a bit like it's gonna be somewhat of a loss. I mean, because they didn't even have no itinerary. Like when you doing stuff like that, like I know how stuff is governed. So a lot of places that I done went, they gonna say, "Hey, no, you can't get on this without a life jacket.
life check.
Yeah, you can't even do it. How is all these people riding around these boats with no life jackets, taking selfies and stuff?
Yeah,
That's my thing. How is this happening? Because you know better than I do, right? Like because we be out here in the more stricter area, like we can't because where they're at, it's like but we can't do that out here, right? They would never host a big event like that out here, right? We can't go on Lake Louisville and have a whole like 1,000 niggas come up there and rent boats. They ain't gonna allow us to do that, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but
I'll say 1,000 people. Like we don't even got them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't ever seen no. We ain't never had no event like that out here.
not that I
Not that I
know of.
know. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Right? They barely come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna let us do that out here. The white folks is not gonna let us do that out
Texas
here.
is a little different than Chicago. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
it's a red state. No,
So
you can't even smoke on the boats. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
if you smoke on the boats, we're kicking you off. Get out of here. You know, and we keep your money and we fine you for smoke. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Chicago law enforcement really don't give a damn. I mean, I used to live in Chicago for 13 years, and
Right,
when I Texas, no, yeah, this a
right.
different.
So you live in Chicago. See, my parents, my granddad, all them is from Chicago. They all Chicago. You see what I'm saying? A lot of my family out there, my granddad, all them is from Chicago. They people still out there. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, they don't care. Just like out there in Arkansas, they don't. And look, they don't care. Like you don't even have to have rear view windows on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally be just riding like this with your head out the window, like you don't even have to have no blinkers. You just wave your hand out the window. I'm going this way. They ain't gonna say
Mm,
nothing,
yeah,
you know. But it's governed differently, so they just let them. Hey, till something like this happens. You feel me? Love and light. Hey, hey, look, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat if you want to join. Don't be scared. You don't have to turn your camera on, man. Let's make this a conversation. Like, how do you feel about? I know we all supposed to be responsible, but it's like when you trust in the process. See, that's the thing. We got to stop trusting the process. Just because somebody say, "Hey, yeah, you and I got the lick. You and your homeboys can, all y'all can get on this yada 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 yada." See, they not looking at the capacity or understanding that. They don't even know who's driving it. Is the question. You see what I'm saying?
right.
They just trust in the process, not thinking that can happen because it's like, hey, if they let us have it, then we should be good, right? We didn't violate nothing. That's how they feel. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I feel like it falls on the pilot of the boat. Like if you're the one that's supposed to be responsible for this thing, you should know, and should let everybody else know that hey, there's rules, there's safety concerns, all of that, so
Hmm.
people are aware.
And
But
who hired the pilot of the boat? Who is it?
I
See,
have no idea.
that's the company, right?
I don't know if it was privately rented or purchased or what it was.
Yeah, and that would be just scary if they just giving them boats out to people like that. Yeah, because you know, young like people like us, we'll go tear that thing up, man. I guess they got insurance on it, but you see what I'm saying? That would be scary if we could just go and I say, yeah, let boss drive. I don't know how to drive a boat, but I'm gonna do it today, right? You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
it happens. It
Right,
happens
it
more than you
happens.
know.
Right.
So
But that's negligence. That's negligence for sure. Because one thing about it is they're not renting out planes and letting people that's not pilots fly them. I hope
hell
they
no.
not. See, yeah, see, I hope. See, now that's what we got to. I hope they're not doing that, man. Fuck around, let your homeboy drive the plane.
Much of these planes is falling from the sky. Shit, who knows?
Right.
Like,
Watch.
yeah.
They're gonna change a lot of the rules. Like I believe this event is over. It's not gonna be the same next year. You see what I'm saying? It's a done deal.
I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
it's gonna
I
be a
feel
lot of
like they
legal things.
might still have it. They'll just probably have more rules, and people
Yeah, yeah,
probably,
yeah.
trying to make sure people have lifeboats and different things of that sort before they let them out into the water, which should
Right,
have been happening in the first place. But
right. Because it just looks too bad for the company that owns these boats. It looks too bad. You got people drowning and rescue teams and stuff coming out there searching for 2 days. Like, yeah, that's what makes it stricter. So now they're gonna be like, oh, it's a drinking limit and things like that. Like they're gonna have to change up some things for this young lady that fell off this boat. Mm-mm. They're supposed to be able to save her. If you look at my thumbnail, you can see the rescue team that was in there swimming trying to save, but it's two girls. There's only one dude. He can't save two girls. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with the little craft, the little thing he had, it was like a, I don't know what to call that, but he can't save two girls. He saved one.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, it's like make it make sense because like when I it's just like if I throw an event, I want to make sure y'all safe. You feel me? If I'm hosting, like if I'm renting out my things, like you can't come to the station and I just say, hey, it's on you. Be sure I'm saying it doesn't make sense to do that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show what Kenneka Jenkins' mom said about this. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
she hurt because it's like, man, you know, that was her daughter's closest friend. She lost her daughter to some negligent, you know what I'm saying? These are kids that you're allowing to do this stuff with. You know what I'm saying? These are youngsters. You're allowing them to have.
I think we're having some technical difficulties. Just bear with us. We're waiting for J Boss to get back on. Love and Light, you said you believe it was a setup. What makes you think it was a setup? Anybody else live in Chicago or from Chicago or who was at the event? We're waiting for J Boss to get back on. Yeah, something going on with his internet. So y'all just bear with us. He'll be back on shortly. If anybody wants to join the chat, definitely we still trying to get back on. We're just having some technical difficulties right now. So if y'all just bear with us, J Boss will be back shortly. J Boss is attempting to get back on. His internet is having some issues, some technical difficulties, but in the meantime, between time, um, I just want to speak on just safety and, we have to just be more careful. You know, our lives are too precious, and I almost died. I almost drowned on a boat in Lake Conroe. So I can definitely, feel where she was coming from and where she was at the time. Like it's not a good experience at all. And that made me want to learn how to swim a little more, even though I knew how to swim a little bit. That experience really just opened my eyes because it was a scary situation. And I don't wish it on anybody.
What situation you said? What happened?
Did I tell you about that story when I was in Houston at Lake Conroe and I
Mm-mm.
was on one of those little raft things that was being pulled by the boat, and I ended up falling off of it, and yeah, it was scary. Like
Mm.
I never told you about that. I thought I did,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, that was like in 2021. But I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, I done sit up there and cussed out everybody. By the time I finished cussing them out, it came back on. They had an outage. Yes, that's how it goes. But it's still acting up. Like I can't see. I guess it's gonna start working here in a minute. Let's see. you know, but yeah, like okay, here we go. Yeah, they had an outage. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. They ain't paying all this for no cable and all that. And y'all got outages.
Right.
But where they do that at? But anybody that want to join the live, man, y'all go ahead and join it, man. We're gonna have fun tonight. Listen, yeah, I mean that I done seen situations, but like that. That's why I be rocking with pools. You hear me?
I
Because
ain't
I
been
know
on the
what
boat since.
I know what to expect. I know what to expect from a pool. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I ain't been on a boat since that little incident, and I don't know if I ever will. That traumatized me.
Mm,
So, yeah, I don't play with the water no more.
right. So you know GT. My neighbor GT.
Yeah,
He told me when he went to Honduras, he don't like to follow rules. They told him like, don't do this and don't do that. And he sat up there and swam all the way out towards the middle. And he said that current took him so far out there. He said he was out there for like 45 minutes. So everybody thinking that he's just out there, chilling. But he said the whole time he said he was trying to
trying to
get
get
back.
back to
He
land.
said, he said
Yeah,
nobody would save
yeah,
him because they don't know. They think he out there chilling in the middle. Like, look at you pointing and shit. This nigga, you see what I'm saying?
yep,
Help me. But
right.
in real
Fighting for
life,
his life.
in real life, we're like, man, y'all crazy. Now, did y'all know
Yeah,
that dude way out there? He needs some help. Y'all waving and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
the
That
water is
happened.
beautiful,
Now
but it's
that
no
happened.
joke.
That happened with Stu. Um, when he was on the little paddle boat with Mo 3, they was trying to get to the yacht, and the current kept on, and they only had one paddle, and they was stuck out there for an hour trying to get to the yacht.
Damn.
You said you don't know how to prepare for something. Like, how do you prepare for something like that if you don't know what's going on? I mean, like,
Well,
with planes, they got the sensors that tell you if it's getting bad, but like in the water, they don't got nothing to govern this. So you're gonna be out there bad if you don't.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they need to come up with some technology to fix that, right?
What, to fix the water?
No, the technology lets you know like if it's bad
Well, you can
to not
see
get
like the
on there.
water is, one side it could be, a lot of waves and different things. On the other side, it can be calm. You just never know with water. And as beautiful as it is, I don't play with it no more.
Right.
Like,
But I know they got some kind of frequencies or something on their boats to say, hey, it's finna get bad. And like, you see what I'm saying? I know they could do that, right?
there wasn't no storms or anything coming, so I don't think they were expecting anything. You know.
Right. That's
Besides
what
it
I'm
being
saying.
windy, because Chicago's windy all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a windy city, so you gotta
Right.
expect some type of currents and things like that.
Right. I mean, I understand that, but what I'm saying is they're gonna come up with something that's gonna let people on boats. You know how they go and they talk to you. Hey, don't get on the water right now. It's not clear enough. Wait, you see what I'm saying? Just same way they do govern everything else. You see what I'm saying? Like because even though they don't know, it's somebody else that see that shit. You see what I'm saying? It's somebody that's already on the water going through something, right? As why they trying to get on there. You see what I'm saying? Because even with when Stu was going there, they was like, yeah, dang, we should have told you that. Yeah, it's pretty tough right now. That's why a lot of people was sitting back, but he didn't know. You feel me?
Hmm.
Him and Mo 3 jumped on that thing. You feel me? But I
Yeah.
know there's a level of communicating. Like we have that technology.
Yeah,
So
they have
somebody can
radios and
say,
stuff, but
yeah, somebody
every
can say,
vessel,
hey, don't let nobody on them boats right now. You feel me?
but
That's what I'm
every
saying.
vessel is different. You know what I'm saying? Every boat experiences, turbulence in different ways, so what may affect one vessel may not affect the other so much. So,
Right. But like I say, I'm just saying like that's just not they don't invest in that type of issue. Like, the way our technology is, they're governing everything. It's just not no investment in that type of thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, you got to radio in what's going on out there. So when you radio in what's going on out there, them people that's listening, you should be able to radio out to people that's finna get out there. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it's always a way. It's everything is trial and error. Is always they're gonna always fix. That's how everything does. Like you start something and then you see all the issues and you fix the kinks. You see what I'm saying? That's how everything is governed out here. Like it's obviously a way. 'Cause I've seen situations where people they be finna get on them boats and they tell them no, it's something going on out there. You feel me?
yeah, I hear you.
But it's just like with this is like, hey, of course they wasn't expected it, but like I say, it's the same way how the planes know to tell other planes that the weather is bad in this particular area. They fly around it.
Yeah.
Wherever
One
they was
article,
at, it was bad. Well, what you was gonna say? You said one article. What?
it was saying that, you know, the water was not um, safe as it may have appeared. You know what I'm saying? It may look
Mm-hmm.
like one way, but
Mm-hmm.
under the water, you have other things going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta, yeah.
But see that see when you look at it like that, it's like saying there's no way to know. Just get out there and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a safe thing to do, right? Because like surfers, you imagine surfers be out there, but they train professionals and they keep
Yeah,
that little floaty thing on them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It don't be on it. It's not a life jacket, but it's like a little string thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a little device, and that they gonna float back. Or they gonna float somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. Like when it comes to these yacht things, so I seen something where it was like overseas, a big old yacht turned over and everybody died in that thing. It's crazy.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That it was some models on there and everything, and they turned over. But here's Kenneka Jenkins' mom talking about the situation.
They're gonna try to fix it. But if not, it's okay. I know that's off the wall or whatever. But my prayer goes out, but it's not off the wall. It's for us to need to know. Do not hold on to anger.
We're gonna let us
Do
come
not,
back up.
do not live and let go.
Hmm.
Ain't no goddamn body person. I need somebody that knows this is a Rahari mother.
Hmm.
I've never met her. But for your baby, if you need with the little bit of
See, She never met Zahari's mother, but Zahari, you should stay with her. That's her daughter's best friend. Zahari used to practice doing hair on Kanika. And it's like everybody's trying to link it, like, oh, it's such a, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. I can show you the pictures with them. They was like together as best friends. Zahari and Kanika both had big dreams, and Zahari used to practice on Kanika. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
And see, when that happened, a lot of people was digging, trying to dig up someone. Zahari saying maybe she had something to do with it, but it's not. You can hear her mom talking about it, like she just lost like another daughter to her. You feel me?
right.
Knowledge and understanding I have, if you need or some help or whatever, reach out to me. I ain't perfect, but I be right on time. Zahara stayed with me at one point.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting for free. And for me to just not hear this like a couple of hours ago, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Y'all live each and every day like it's y'all last day. Please. Please. If you're mad at somebody, the Bible said the truth is true love. Tell them. And if somebody love you well enough, they're going to try to fix it. But if not, it's okay. I know that's off the wall or whatever. But my heart goes out. But it's not off the wall. It's for us to need to know. Do not hold on to anger. Do not live and let go.
Mm.
Ain't no goddamn body perfect.
Mm.
I need somebody to know
I want to
the
start over,
Zahari
so
mother. I've
just
never met her. But for your baby, if you need, with the little bit of knowledge and understanding I have, if you need or some help or whatever, reach out to me. I ain't perfect, but I be right on time. Zahara stayed with me at one point. She was getting it for free. And for me to just not hear this like a couple of hours ago, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Y'all live each and every day like it's y'all last day. Please. Please. If you're mad at somebody, the Bible said the truth is true love. Tell them. And if somebody love you well enough, they're going to try to fix it. But if not, it's okay. I know that's off the wall or whatever. But my heart goes out. But it's not off the wall. It's for us to need to know. Do not hold on to anger.
Mm-mm.
Do not,
Don't hold no
do
grudges
not
because you create that in your
live
reality.
and let go.
You're gonna live that your whole
Ain't
life.
no goddamn body perfect.
You're gonna put yourself in
I need
positions that's not good. You see what she's saying? Because you gotta think about with her. A lot of people say, "Oh, why people keep talking about Kenneka Jenkins and why did?" And she felt like that at one point. She got very angry at at the world, but the world embraced your daughter. She touched a lot of people's heart, and it has to get out because it's gonna help others. You see what I'm saying? That's why she's saying don't be angry, because look, in real life, you can't stop nobody from talking about Malcolm X, right?
Mm,
You can't stop people from talking about Obama or Trump, even if you wanted to. It's knowledge and lesson learned. You see what I'm saying? So even with this, with Zari, it's like pay attention. These things happen. You see what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
understand that better than shit. I lost homeboys and shit for little nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga wasn't doing nothing wrong.
Hmm.
He wasn't even as rowdy as us. We rowdy in there. But you gotta try to pay attention to things that's going on, right?
True.
You
You
gotta
do.
always peep energy. This world ain't a gift basket. You feel me? I used to
Definitely
think
not.
like that. I used to drive everybody around me. That was one of my biggest mistakes that I ever made in my life. I was had a movie deal. Changed that shit changed all of that. Being cool with everybody, yeah, jump in. You gotta pay attention, man. You know what I'm saying? It's rules and everything in life. We
True
not
that.
free. We not free to do anything we want to. You know what I'm saying? We free to follow the rules. You on a boat,
Mm-hmm.
everybody twerking. Look, see that's how you. This how I look. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an example of what from Zari's perception. Everybody twerking and stuff. Nothing happening. Why she fell off twerking? It's not said it's a direct thing because anybody could have fell out twerking. She was just the one that did. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Zari, if it was somebody else, we would still say why she fell off. If it was somebody else, we say why she. It's not. It's just Zari was the one that fell off. It's not. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we can go on and on about why this person did. What if it weren't her? There's another person. Why this person and why that person? You feel me? But she the one that fell off of that thing. And to me, the only thing that really I know a lot of people that was on that boat with her, they feel some type of way because they know you could have said, "Hey, y'all don't do that." You know what I'm saying? Y'all come down to here and have drinks. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it takes that type of person to say that, right?
Yeah.
You know me, like we're in the club and we have a great time. I'm saying, hey, no, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just join what everybody doing. You feel me? I ain't saying that what she did, but in her perception, everybody else is doing it doesn't look like it's a bad idea, right? So you gotta have somebody to say, hey, no, like you said, the driver, no, get off the top of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody gotta do it, right? Can't everybody can't just be like, yeah, show out. It can't be like that's reckless.
Yeah. But you know what's so crazy? Black people have the second highest drowning rate. And I just want to say this, if you're gonna go out in the water, just at least know how to swim or do a basic doggy paddle or something to preserve
Right.
yourself until somebody can come help you. Because like if she knew how to swim, she probably would have been, in a different situation.
Yeah.
She probably could have
It-
preserved herself for a
see,
little bit
look.
of time.
So look at this. So if she knew how to swim, you know, but this is a scary part of it. If you know how to swim, you know how to play with the current. Let it take you. Don't panic, all right? But you
Right.
don't know where it's gonna take you. But it's taking you regardless. You feel me? So you gotta
Hmm.
stay. You know how swimming is about being calm and let it because you can lay on your back and not move and float if you're just calm, right?
Yeah.
It's like you got a life jacket on. But of course, yeah, you want to know how to swim, you know what I'm saying? And even me swimming since I'm doing double front flips into the pool. I'm jumping. I used to go down to the 16 feet and pick up change and money be down there at the drain. We used to dive in and pick up, man, you know what I'm saying? At the rec pool, be so much money down there. We used to go down there till our ears pop, but we know how to swim. We jump up like a straight, like, pew, just come straight up to the top. We know how to do that, you know.
Hmm.
We was doing it at the rec every day. We going to the pool. That's what's messed up. They don't have a lot of the recreation centers and stuff like that no more where people can learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
different out here, man. Like they made sure like it was 4 lifeguards. They know well we hey, they ain't even gonna let us they let me do double front flips off that diving board because they know I know what I'm doing. But see, right now you got a lot of the people ain't even went through that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even they don't know how to deal. You gotta be calm in the water. Water flows. It'll take you where you want to go. You gotta accept it. You see what I'm saying? That's
Right. Hmm.
water. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight against the water, right? You play, you go with it. You go where it's taking you. It's just like that, and that's the thing because I've seen a lot of people that I actually had saved somebody that was in that. And when I try to save them, they damn near drown me. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Right, right.
You can't fight the water, nigga. Let's chill out. I got you. The mother put me
Mm,
down drunk by a couple of in real life.
yeah,
I'm like, oh my
yeah.
God, I didn't want to punch her and shit. I'm like, man, you better chill out, man. You got me swallowing water. And I know how
Right.
to swim. You don't fight against it, chill out, I got you. Because you can't fight water. You let it flow. It flows.
Yeah.
You go. This, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. If you see a trail of water going somewhere, you drop a rock in it. It's gonna take that rock exactly where it's going. You don't go backwards from it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go with it. If the current is big like that, the current gonna take you wherever. That's the same way surfers use the water. They use it to go wherever they want to go. You know what I'm saying?
I think you froze up again. Oh, I think he's having some technical issues again. But yeah, we need to start learning how to swim, y'all, because yeah, you got to be careful, especially in this water. I'm just over here looking at some of these statistics. It says 70% of Black people cannot swim at all, compared to 31% of Caucasians. So it's good to have fun and enjoy, the water and everything, but know what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Know the risks. Prepare yourself accordingly. Yeah, he's having some technical issues again, so y'all bear with us or bear with him while he tries to log back on. I'll give him a minute to log back on. I guess there's outages in his area for the internet, so just bear with him. But I guess I'll just take this time to say, you know, like Kenneka Jenkins' mom was saying that, you know, live your life to the fullest, enjoy your life, but don't be out here just being reckless at the same time. If there's things you can do to safeguard yourself, take those precautions. You know, But enjoy life, live it to the fullest. Because tomorrow is not promised. It's sad that this young lady had to lose her life, you know. Y'all just bear with us. He should be on shortly. Just having some technical issues at the moment. If anybody wants to come on, just click on that link. That's streamyard.com. If y'all have any comments, anything y'all want to add, any RIPs or anything like that, definitely log on, add to the conversation. Hair by Tiger, I didn't hear anything about her being pushed, but I wasn't there. Um, all I've heard that was she fell off the boat. Um, and there were other people that went in to try and save her, but they got her out of the water. She was unresponsive. Um, but she didn't make it. Hey, Carla. We're waiting on J Boss to come back on. So if anybody wants to join the stream, definitely log on. We'd love to hear from y'all. Anybody from Chicago, anybody that was at Lake Michigan that weekend, y'all have some insight. Y'all, I'm seeing from mostly reports that she fell off a yacht. Um, yeah, she was pulled from the lake and she was unresponsive. And the first responders rushed her to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. They said it remains unclear how she fell off the boat, but her mother believes the lake's strong currents made her lose her grounding. From some of the video, you can see that she was on top of the boat on the front. Um, and on those, depending on what kind of boat it was, some of them, they don't really have too much grip. Um, so it's very easy to slide off, especially with it being wet and different, So, what's so crazy is there was plenty of water related calls over the weekend where they were pulling, people from the water, putting out boat fires and all types of things. So we just want to be mindful, take this as a lesson to just be safe. If there's any precautions we can take, definitely take them. There's lifeboats, our life jackets that, you can wear and you can't swim. Definitely put the life jackets on. I know it saved my life when I fell off the boat or fell off the life raft, or well, not the life raft, but the raft that I was riding on. And I'm thankful I had mine on because I probably wouldn't be here today either. So, sad we had to lose such a beautiful young lady, you know, that was in the prime of her life. But y'all just bear with it. J Boss should be back on shortly. If anybody wants to join the stream, you're definitely more than welcome.
Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, so I had to join through my. I had to go through all this stuff. Safari is an ignorant. What's up, motherfucker? Safari is a dummy. I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm saying? She need to get that shit together. 'Cause this is my phone. Motherfucker did not want to let me do nothing.
Mm,
It's ridiculous. But you see how that power, they don't want us to be great. You know what I'm saying? That's what every YouTuber, whenever they serve you, they're like, see, they're trying to shut us down. But that's spectrum. It's
yeah.
still down. But yeah, man. So we're gonna get back on. Let's see. We see Carla Henry. What up, Carla? Carla, how you feel about this case? Do we think it's some negligence going on with this or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Cause you
Mm,
gotta think about it, like with me, if I was on there, I would, I'm a little cautious, but still if I see everybody else, you see what I'm saying? That's the thing. You see everybody else, like you gonna be the only one hanging on wrapped up on a bar and shit with a leash, you know what I'm saying, to your hand or what? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Mm,
Like I got some footage of everybody, like it's a lot of people on there. I wanna show man, I got footage just so everybody's chilling. Like it's a dude with a whole uh strap with an extended clip on their wave. Like they all having a good time. Nobody's really being precautious at all. You know what I'm saying? Not one person. They got
that's
drinks
what
and stuff
happened.
everywhere. They got
Yeah, that
food
liquid
everywhere.
courage. Hmm. That liquid courage will have you feeling invincible,
But
like nothing can touch you.
nobody even ain't even thinking about that. They just happy to be on the boat.
True.
They ain't thinking like they ain't because they look and see it's like 30 other boats on there, Ain't nobody having no problem. But I want to show. I hope my cable come on because I can't share from the phone. Let me see if I can. No, I can't share. It's not gonna allow that. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like 30 boats out there in the water, and everybody dancing, and have a good time. There's only two boats that have a issue where people fell off.
Yeah, there was a lot of things going on
Mhm.
that weekend. There was, you know, boat fires, and they were pulling a lot of people out of the water that weekend.
Oh, said somebody said I even know her, but they was on the boat together. What do you? So I can't even. Oh, Carla Henry. It's crazy because the people said they didn't even know her, but they didn't have no vest on. Yeah, it's crazy because people said they didn't even know her, but they was on the boat together. Right, because okay, so you see what Carla Henry said. She said it's crazy because the people said they didn't even know her, but they was on the boat together. So again, you see how we're telling you this. Think about saying this type of situation.
Yeah, she was
So
invited by a friend. It was a last minute invitation from what I've
mhm.
seen. Because she's usually always working, doing hair and stuff like that. And I definitely understand being a hairstylist. There were points in time where I didn't have time to even go have fun. But yeah, it was an unfortunate incident. And I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's just a
like
life lesson for everybody.
hey, you don't want to be in no situation where you with some people that don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Now we understand that
Right.
this big event is live, but man, say because I feel like if it was a friend on there with her, they could have hurry up and threw something to her. Like they got them little life, they got them long sticks like they have in the pools. And grab it, what I'm saying, anything that could get her when she first filed in there, throw it out to her. But she didn't have nobody to do that.
Yeah.
Like the other people,
I
they
don't
just
know.
panicking stuff. That was just panicking. Like you got the
Mm.
little lifeguard, the little the little circle. You throw it out there. It got a string on it. They
Yeah,
got that there. They got the long pole thing that stretch out.
but
You
they
know.
probably they rented the boat was rented, so they probably didn't know where any of that stuff was at, or if it was, when stuff
Right,
happens like that, your mind isn't,
right.
ain't
So
really working, and you've been drinking too, so it was just a bad combination of
of
not knowing and
yeah. And let me ask you this: don't you always want to know when you're doing something like you know what I'm saying? Like this is what we did. Like if you go like on the TV, it'll say yeah. Mitsubishi is giving out 2025 SUVs for 400 down. When you go there, you want to ask them enough questions to see why they giving it out for 500, right?
hmm
Because they're finna tie you up in some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, there ain't nobody giving this shit out for 500. You feel me? That just happened to my people. I say, yeah, nigga, they taxing this shit out you every time you make a payment because that's what you signed in the contract. You didn't know what you're doing. You just seen a commercial and said, "Oh, yeah, you got the car, but you paying 3 times the amount for that car. You signed up for it." It's always about knowing. You feel me? It's always
yeah,
about knowing everything. You see what I'm saying? You want to
yeah,
know how things is going. Like you don't want to do nothing without knowing. You don't even want to go to a job without really knowing. Like if when I apply for the job, I Google and search other people. And I do reviews and I look at all that. You see what I'm saying? For real, you supposed to know.
yeah,
That's the thing. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? We think we living in such a free world. We don't even have to know nothing and just do it. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
See, look, if you go through the footage, there's so many people that was from the past years twerking on that thing and no problems, right? Had no problems, right? So you see that, you like, oh yeah, I'm finna do that, but shit, because they ain't gonna show the problems. You know what I'm saying? They don't,
True, true.
they ain't gonna tell you about what happened because how well you ain't gonna want to go. It's just
Right.
she happened to be a celebrity hairstylist and Kenneka Jenkins' best friend, which Kenneka Jenkins' case was one of the biggest cases in America. And she
Yeah,
was her close friend. So it's like, Kenneka Jenkins' case made MTV, it made everything. Like, it's something they made a movie, but it's still people making movies about it is very big.
yeah,
That's why I tell everybody, man, you always open to learn. Don't close that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself. You don't go nowhere and say, I know, I know. No, you don't do that. You learn, you learn, you learn. So I'm saying? That's just it.
yeah. Life is a lesson, and it's definitely gonna teach you some things. You
Yeah,
know.
a lot of people do that. You know how I move, cause you know how I move, man. Like, I don't even like nobody tell me, yeah, I know it's all good. Nigga, don't tell me it's all good. So I don't care what you talking about. I come to the club and look around and see the exit doors, see if this one lie. I've been in situations like that where
Yeah,
people have passed in the club that we throwing apart. You know what I'm saying? We part of it. One way
yeah.
in, one way out. That's terrible. Like, you gotta be aware of your surroundings all the time.
True, true.
Don't move like that. Like I say, man, that's a lesson. Like that shit got me thinking about when if I get on the boat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Right.
Because you don't know if that motherfucker. Because in a boat, you can just hit a current. And that bitch can throw the whole up. Look at this. Let me tell you something. It's a
Yeah.
at Six Flags, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a ride called the Water Rapids. You remember that? Like, it was like a pirate ship, and you know, and it goes through the water, and it just goes through different phases and scenery and stuff, right?
Mhm.
I bullshit you not. When I was on that ride, for some reason, this is artificial water and currents. For some reason, it was hitting the walls, right? And the big pirate ship, it kind of tilted a little bit, and instead of everybody running to the other end to let it level out, they ran to where it's tilted. So half the thing is in the water, bro. I cannot make this up. Like, and we like, cause I worked there, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, no, don't come over here, go over there. So everybody hanging over there. Man, say man, people died that day too. Cause and you know that's artificial stuff pushing the water coming out the side of the building, pushing to make a current. So anybody they going under. We out there. It's like, but nobody planned for that to happen, and everybody irrationally thought it ran to the end. That's close to the because you know people, you know how like they had it where you know people can watch. So this end is close to where you can try to jump off and grab them bars. Everybody came down to that end where, which ultimately made it lean further in the water. The boat filled up with water.
Mhm.
It's laying halfway, and I can't make that up. But
Mhm.
me being vigilant and watching, I said, no, y'all finna make it really sink. I ran. Then other people started coming, like we all ran to the other end, so this shit can balance out this way. Like it hit the wall and started going this way. Everybody from up here started running that in because they just hurry up trying to get out, not thinking like this water current is gonna take you under. And I'm like,
Right.
no. You know, it was the little captain of that was running. He said, yeah. Y'all go back up here. We ran back up here to, you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it was a lot of people that fell in that water, though. I can't make that up. It was crazy. Like, I'm telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing some shit, nigga. Hear me? When I was working at Six Flags, man, it's safe. And I'm on my break, you know, just riding rides for free when that happened. And I was in there.
And
It was like three people died.
hmm,
It's two for sure.
that's
And,
crazy.
and a lot of people know that ride. It's like a little pirate ship. It go through little themes. It's you know the water coming from out from the side, pushing it to go here and go there. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like a little. It's like you on a pirate ship going through a little tour, and then the next building you're in is another scenery, but you got nothing but water artificially creating a current to keep the boat going to
Right.
the
I think
end
I've
of
been on
the.
that ride.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? To go take
Yeah.
it to the
A
end.
long time
Yeah,
ago. Mhm.
yeah. They don't have that no more, do they?
I don't think so. I ain't been in Six
No,
Flags in a
I'm
minute,
telling
but
you this. I was on that, and I put this on everything I love. You know, I don't lie about shit. Like I don't lie anyway, but some shit like that, just not nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie about that. I was on there.
yeah.
That motherfucker tipped over, and the whole boat took a big gallon, like it swallowed the water. Whoop. That shit came. I
Mhm.
said, "Oh no,
Yeah.
nope. You gotta be quick on your feet." But I said, "Nope. You gotta be." But they said like, and I got the video that she was twerking on the top of it. They was on, you know, it was like 15. Man, it was a nice little number of people on the very top of the boat. You know what I'm saying, on the roof,
Mhm.
and they was
But on the
holding
hood
on.
of it, mm,
Yeah, and they was holding on to the bar, twerking and stuff. The girls was.
yeah, those things can get very slippery. The hood doesn't
Yeah,
have any type of grip whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And once it
yeah,
gets really wet, ain't no telling how fast, the pilot was going. Um, so
yeah.
yeah,
They said that thing hit a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at
right.
somebody that was there. They said it hit a little, and it just kicked her
Mm-hmm.
straight up in the air. I feel that thing straight
Right.
after. That happened, but it's like dang. And I would see really, I don't even know about being on the top of the hood. Like I said, I ain't talking about the front, I'm talking about the top. Up there, at the top, a lot of little boats, it got a little seating for like probably 5 people. You know what I'm saying? It got a little compartment, little thing where you can sit down on the very top of the boat. But it kicked them off. It was kicked her off. It was too many people, and I got the video, but I can't show it because they're in their bikinis and dancing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
can't show that. But it was definitely twerking, man. Like I said, man, the thing about it is I can't believe that these people is messing up my internet and messing up my show. Hold on, I think I got it back, but dang, bro, and I might just go ahead and show this video of them twerking just cause y'all they done messed up my life. And I don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But you see the motion. We gotta. I like all my Cali people because you know what time it is. It's like Cali, so it's probably like 11 in Cali. So a lot of Cali people be in there.
Mm.
So we back. Okay, we back. Let me see. Yeah, so we back. So a lot of Cali people will be on here right now. Let's see. Let me take a look at some other videos. Okay. I don't even want to show the blue. Okay, so I'm gonna show one of the witnesses. Okay, we're gonna look at that. But this one we want to get at anyway. Look,
Okay.
but I'm gonna show the other video too
Okay.
of this witness that was there. Her boat is right, like she's watching them try to save them. You feel me? And
Mm.
she like panicking, like this was she's just talking about. But I'm gonna show the video where she actually, the video that somebody else recorded. So we gonna see. Let's see. We'll share this. Well, it sounds like you popping some bottles up there. You popping bottles? You popping bottles? Huh?
Now I'm trying to get some of my oils.
You popping bottles. Don't lie. Don't lie. You know you popping bottles, man. Don't do that. You know you popping bottles. Man, popping bottles. Oh my. Well, where's how does this where did it go? Okay, what's this? Oh, that's TikTok. Okay. Damn.
I didn't end a live, bro. My, bro. I'm talking about the waves and the current was just crazy. So you got the anchor falling down, you got the waves smacking, the current smacking, and man, it just got ugly, bro. If you was on my live stream, man, you seen it. I didn't end a live, bro. My anxiety was bad, bro. My stress levels was bad. Like I just wanted to get off the boat. I just wanted to get out that water, bro. It was too much water around, bro. People, man, people were on another boat, bro, looking at us, recording us,
Mhm.
like as if we were finna be another viral moment, bro. Right. People on other boats acting like y'all good, like bro, our boat was legit finna tip over on my granny. I'm not capping, bro. Yeah, the fire department rolled past us, bro.
Right. Now I'm finna show the actual video of her, what she talking about. She ain't lying. I'm gonna show her in the video with that she was screaming. She was like, get me off of this. Get me off of this. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy. And you can hear them saying, yeah, they saving them people over there. Like you saw that was trying to save. Oh girl. Let's see. Which I'm gonna try to get this little bikini situation out the way, but we're gonna do it this way. You see, okay, so we're gonna skip this. Okay, we'll just play. We can play.
They come to save us? They come to save us? Where? Yeah, yeah, please. Fuck it.
You sure they said they coming to save us? Shit, y'all gonna go save us next, nigga? Like you
Right.
hear me? They
I'm off
like,
this.
you gonna save us next or what? In real life, that's her right there.
Bitch, oh my granny, I don't play with shit like this.
But you see how many people they had on their boat. They didn't have a lot of people on their boat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's a big difference.
Please.
You gotta wait for them.
It's stuck. The anchor's stuck. The anchor's stuck. Help.
So you see all them other boats and stuff out there on the back. You know what I'm saying? So it's lit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they fucking? He's on my winning dangerous location.
Stop the boat. It's a boat. They can't just stop and walk across the
You see what I'm saying? So you know it's lit. You see what I'm saying? You see all the mother, and she like, she losing her mind right now.
Yeah.
But she got off there. I was just thinking about Kenneka Jenkins the other day. What's up, Brandy Cole? Yeah, you know it's always gonna be J4K. I believe I believe Kenneka still ain't. You know, even though her mom won that lawsuit, it still wasn't no real justice. You know, they just paid for it. They do this all the time, man. Because if nothing went wrong, why you gotta pay for it? You see what I'm saying? Look, guys, like if nothing went wrong, why are they paying millions of dollars?
Hey, money talks, I guess.
But nothing went wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. Why would they have to pay her mom? If everything was the way it was, is a bunch of teens out there ruling and breaking the law. Why would they have to pay for somebody breaking the law? That lets you know it's some things that's hidden that we ain't gonna never know about. But her mom knows. You feel me?
mm,
See, with Kenneka Jenkins' case, I'm starting to understand it ain't exactly what we think it is, but it's exactly what we think it is. You see what I'm saying? Something happened that didn't save that girl, and they let it happen, and people got away and things like that, and that's what it is. Yeah, but even if it happens on your property, you don't have to pay for it if it's criminal. Like if you're not, if you held all your things, you did what you're supposed to do. That doesn't like people get killed in apartments and everything. The apartment complex never gets sued because you're not allowed over there. You see what I'm saying? You're not. So even if they was doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, and all this was clear cut the way that they say it is, there is no case. See, we know Crown Plaza was covering it up from the get go. We seen footage of them coming and taking them breaker boxes, and we seen that. We seen them taking the cameras out there and everything, man. But who governs the rich folks like that? They said we taking it out because we trying to give it all to. See, this is the thing y'all understand. If I have a direct connection to a medical examiner that does an autopsy, you cannot win with me. You know what I'm saying? Because by law, the medical examiner legally tells you the cause of death, and you can't come with no conspiracy because this person is governed and trained, and they're gonna go by what they say. So if I do something and my partner is a medical examiner, he said, "Nah, this person, you ain't gonna never find out." That's what happened with Kendrick Johnson case. Nobody look at this. Cash, let me tell you something. You know what I figured out about Kendrick Johnson case?
But
Okay, so you know Kendrick Johnson is the boy that found rolled up in gym mats, right?
yeah, yep. Mhm.
Okay, his organs was missing.
Right.
Okay, now, do you know why his organs was missing? Think
So
about it.
they probably saw it on the black market.
But there's another really thorough reason why they did that. You see, you ain't got to think about it for a second. I'm gonna give you a chance to think about it. But I'm gonna let you know because you know I do. You know I'll be studying. I do my stuff, so I understand certain things. You know, Stu worked for the funeral home. He worked beside like we was looking into all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
So okay, so check it out. You don't want to try to come if you can come up with the that's a good reason, but it's not the interior reason, Brandy Coke. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna give Cash a second. I'll give you $20 if you figure this out.
So why
I
his
g-
organs was missing? Well,
Why did they do that? Why did they take why is the organ missing?
well, I don't know. Maybe they sold it to some rich folks. I don't know.
Brandy Coke, are you ready for this? Y'all want the answer? Let me know. Yanni, y'all are y'all ready for this? And I'm gonna let y'all Google it when look it up when I tell you what this means. I want somebody to respond and say, "Yeah, let me know, boss," because I'm gonna tell you something. That I done talk. Look, I talked to a medical examiner. Like we look, y'all is crazy. Like I get down. We went and talked to the medical examiner in Mo 3 case that told us he wasn't shot in his chest. Come on, so they don't have to tell us nothing. This is big business. All right, because legally you cannot observe and claim the cause of death if they don't have organs because they need the organs to tell you when they died and how they died. Look it up. You cannot tell how a person died because the organs tell you that. It tells you the time. You see what I'm saying? This is how it works. You cannot legally write down a cause of death with no organs.
Interesting.
You just have to guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
Hmm.
you can't because you can't say he got killed or hit in the chest with a barbell because the organs he don't have no organs to tell you. So that's just a guess. You see what I'm saying? Make it make
Hmm.
sense. I'm telling you, real life, look it up. That's how they determine. Like, look it up. You cannot a medical examiner cannot legally say this boy was hit in the chest because he don't have the organs to tell you that's how he died and the time he died. They can't even tell you that. With no organs, you just an empty body. They don't know how you died.
But your skin is your biggest organ.
No, that is not gonna tell it's not gonna tell that because when your body goes through trauma, the you see what I'm saying? All that you see that's the skin ain't gonna tell you that. See, if he was hitting the chest with a barbell, an organ got damaged to say it was blood for trauma hit his lungs. It collapsed. It's a collapse. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing there. You see what I'm saying?
But they should be able to see trauma on the surface of the skin, though, too. But
Right.
I get you what you're
But
saying. I get
but
what you're
but hey,
saying, though.
no, but see, Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel Air paid $1 million to resurface the case. And they did find some blood on the inside of his skin. Yeah, but they said it's not enough. We can't determine what caused the blood. They said it could be from asphyxiation, being upside down. You get what I'm saying? Like legally. See, legal never meant common sense. That's why a lot of people are locked up for shit they didn't do, right? You get that, right?
Yeah.
Legal never been common sense. That's why that little boy that whatever happened at that track meet stop, they just indicted him. He,
Yeah, I seen that.
this is have it. Look, this is the world. We think everything's supposed to be common sense, but it never. When you go sit in front of the judge, you ain't gonna be trying to prove common sense. You're supposed to be proving negligence on the other. Don't go in there trying to prove. Well, think about it. If I was no, you don't do that in the court. You see what I'm saying? I learned that myself. You know what I'm saying? Stop going in there and telling them what's common sense. That does not determine when they hit the gavel. They have legal things that come in the way. So first, you have to have the medical examiner to determine. You can't determine the cause of death, right?
Mhm.
If the medical examiner says it's asphyxiation, that's what that is. You got to find a way to prove that wrong. It's not going to be by common sense. So when you said that, you right. They said on the inside of his tissue they seen blood fragments internally, but they said, well, that could be from asphyxiation too.
Mhm.
Right. So look, I'm not look this up. This is that's why I say people gotta understand. We gotta start knowing some shit instead of assuming. I ain't saying you, but I'm saying like in this whole case, even Aunt Vib and them, they did all this. They found look, they even interviewed students. They put like 2 million in this new investigation. And look, in the courts, look, they said, look this, I promise you, you go watch Find have you ever watched Finding Kenneth Johnson?
Yeah, I think I said this the something
Right.
on that case. I did.
Right. They said, yeah, he was murdered, but it's not enough evidence to say this and this and that.
Cause the boy
Hey,
that killed him, his dad was a police officer or something, right?
he was an FBI agent.
Mm. So yeah, he knew what to do.
So yeah, so when we go off of governing, right, we know how this happened, right? Because you got a small little city, and then he called and say to the school, "Hey, it was some dumbass, I ain't gonna let a kid running on gym mats and fell in there." They go ahead and tend to the situation off of what he told them and take care of it that way. That's it. It's levels to this. You see what I'm saying? He's an FBI
Mhm.
agent, so everybody gonna listen to him. You see what I'm saying? See, because my thing is, who called in? See, they interviewed the kid. They said, "Man, nobody don't run on top of gym mats." The kid, I probably watch it again. They go, they interview like Ticket said, "No, nobody never run on top of gym mat. We don't know where they got that from." And you can see that his shoulders are too big to fall in the hole. Like,
Yeah,
who
they
told him
rolled him
that?
up.
Yeah, who told them that somebody's running on the kids be running on? Who told them that, man? Somebody in a higher position where you're gonna believe what they say. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta understand if it's my spot, it's my trap, and I tell you, hey, Cash, you ain't questioning that. You just gonna do you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Now it just depends on how much you trust me if I'm a shady person or not, but you ain't trying to prove me wrong. Who is Kason Allison, Brandy? See that's what I'm saying? Is governing uh like first responders, like who made the call? That's the question. Who made the call and said, hey, a kid was running on gym mats and fell in there? Who even assessed this situation? Who came up with that shit? Right?
Yeah.
That gotta be the most ridiculous thing that like you gotta imagine if you're a first responder, you're gonna be like, what they said a kid was running on gym. What? Oh, never mind. I mean, woo woo said it, so you're not gonna even question that. Like, but in your mind, you gonna say that shit don't make no sense. Nigga could have wiggled and knocked out him. What are you talking about? You hear me? A
Yeah.
kid was running on top of gym mats and fell down the hole. Okay, I believe you. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh, he said he started a basketball boy at school in Texas. Ooh, who was that? I didn't ever see that case.
Yeah. This was like in 2022.
Mm.
But yeah, I think he got 10 years, didn't
They said she Brandy Cole said they let him go. They let Casey Allison go. That's what she said. I don't
he? No,
know.
I think they said that he gonna serve 10 years. He was
How long ago did this happen? Because he probably only
in
did like
2022, I think. Yeah, 2022.
See, he could have did 3 years and got let go. That could happen. We did a little time. You see, they try to Amber Geiger tried to get out. They said no to her. You hear me? She tried to
Mhm.
get out the first 2 years. They said nope.
Yeah.
It ain't funny, but it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, you know damn well that wasn't your apartment. Stop playing with us. You see what I'm saying? And they said that she done went down there before. See, it was a homegirl. They silenced her. She said, yeah, she knocked on the door one time because we was chilling, listening to music and stuff, and she was telling her they telling him that she's a police officer and turn his music down. And he said, you ain't fuck you. You ain't a police officer over here. I can play my music, right? That's what yeah. In real life. Look that up. It was a witness that said that. And she got silenced. Scared to come even speak again. You feel me? In real life. Like she said, I thought he was on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? Scared to that's like Jordan Bilbo. You know, that's around the same time that happened with Kenneka Jenkins. They found Jordan Bilbo dead at the very top of the hotel uh in the attic. He was with a female. When it happened, she went straight to Facebook and said, yeah, something was weird. She said she left and she was knocking on the door. Jordan was in there. She said she received a card. She told somebody they gave her a card and basically told her to shut the fuck up or else. She posted on Facebook. It went viral and it disappeared. She said she called the card back. She said it was supposed to be a detective. She called the number and it said doo doo doo. Cause she tried to tell her story. She said it was something weird going on. She said, yeah. She said, I was just with him. I went. She had went to go get some food. Came back knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. She knows he's in there because she just got off the phone with him. 5 minutes. She knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. She said somebody came to her like a detective and said, hey, you need to move away. We're investigating something. She said, what do you mean? Yeah, we're investigating something. Don't worry about this. Here's my card. She found out later that he's dead. Woo, woo. But how the fuck they find him in the attic? And then a YouTuber went up there. The motherfucking attic lights was like the lights on the staircase was off. Somebody untwisted the light bulb just a little bit. He did like this. Then all the lights came on. Make it make sense. She said, now there was some things going on. She said that she told her little part. And she said, so the detective was like, yeah, yeah, just call me. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna give you his clothes and shit, all this, his belongings. She called him. Doo doo doo. She was concerned because her ID was in there too, in her purse, some of her belongings, and she never got it back. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Jordan Bilbo, look it up. I know anybody watching this, y'all know about Jordan Bilbo. That was a crazy case. Like this young dude, man, he was on the top floor in the attic. How did he even get up there?
Mm.
They didn't even tell you the cause of death or nothing. They didn't tell you the guy. Look it up, Jordan Bilbo. They didn't tell you. They was like, man, he got. They said he got shot, but how he get shot? And he was up. Okay, so we talking about going up 13 flights of steps. He didn't ride the elevator. He in like the mechanic room, like where the controls and stuff be at, right around that area. How you get up there?
Yeah.
Nobody under knows what happened. He was the girl he was with. He was chilling with a chick out in Houston, that area. Yeah, he was with a chick. They got a room. Something happened. Something went wrong. She was explaining. I can't remember all the details that she said, but she was like, "Yeah, it was something that happened." But she said she just knows it was. Well, she got back there. It was like it didn't look like nothing was going on, but it was like two detectives, and they gave her a card, and she said she called, and she looked them up. She called the police station, and they said they never heard of these people or nothing, and she got spooked, and she deleted her social media account because she said somebody was telling her shut the hell up.
Mm. Yeah, I think it was like at the Crown Plaza, right?
Yeah, that was a Crown Plaza in Houston, right?
Yeah, just stay away from Crown Plaza if you're a black person. I swear to
Right,
God, like
right. They doing
I
some
don't even deal
shit.
with the Crown no more. Like,
Even the one in Dallas don't be jumping. Nobody never goes to the one in Dallas. You hear me? I ain't
Yeah.
never even drove past that motherfucker, man.
My friend, I had a friend that stayed there once, but they have bed bugs at the one in Dallas, so stay away from there.
Right. It's a little more going on behind the scenes that we know of. That's a fact. Cause I
Yeah.
remember 50 Cent was gonna do his little when he's in Dallas, he's gonna do like a little gathering party for BMF. He didn't even do it there. Like he had the whole thing set up, flyer, everything. For some reason he didn't do it there.
Yeah. A lot of these, you gotta be careful. A lot of these hotels because they kidnapping people, doing all types of stuff. You just
Look,
gotta.
found Jordan Bilbo in the attic. Watch, I'm finna show you. Like, how the hell you get in the attic? That make some sense. We gonna get serious. She said that nigga was in there. I just got off the phone with him. And he said, hey, he told her something like, hey, I ain't gonna I can't say much, but hurry up. You see what I'm saying? Hurry up. She's like, what? No, hurry up.
Life said organ harvesting. Yeah, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd have did something over that, man. They said they make a lot of man. They make things on yo. Look,
Especially if you
okay, look,
black.
watch, watch this. I'm finna show you this, man. Look, this nigga. Okay, look, this where they found you. Look, I'm finna hit y'all, boy. Boss been doing this a long time. I go, hey, with my history, good. Your history show up what you done seen. Watch this, cause I already did this case, boy. Had people like, man, stop, don't talk about it, boss. Like, shut the hell up, nigga. Talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. I'm shooting nigga. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing with me, nigga. I'm strapped. Look. Watch Lamar. And this is the same dude that was on my live, the activist for Kenneka Jenkins. This
Y'all
nigga,
come on back in.
he was on my live.
Y'all
Mm.
come on in. Y'all make this quick. I need everybody to come on back in because my live is gonna keep shutting down. Okay.
He in there snooping around. You feel me?
Mm.
He like to get down. And he said he got a lot of
Approximately
threats
about
too.
from my feeling, it's about probably a good 300
Yeah,
people in
somebody.
this hotel
Well,
right now.
from what I understand,
Right about
Brandy
now.
Coke, they dropped his body up there.
So look,
It's like 15 flights of
I'm just
stairs.
like, oh my goodness, y'all. I'm just
You
like
gonna
ready.
see
I'm
him
just ready to
walking
be a
there.
fireball right now. Downstairs. I really am. But I'm about to go down the stairwell. I feel so I do not feel settled in my spirit coming to the stairwell.
See, the stairwell is the only place that the cameras that didn't have cameras there. Yes, look. See, like, come on. That's the only place there's not a
Proof
camera
of
there.
success.
It's not no
Walk
cameras there, man. Look, he climbing up all of them. He went all the way to the top where they found his body. Watch. Yeah, that's the activist. Yeah, that was on Kenneka Jenkins case. He was on my channel and everything because he was like, "Yeah, boss know what he talking about." Because I be doing my research. I ain't playing. I talk to her friends,
This is the stairwell.
everything. Watch this.
No, I'm by myself. I just settle.
He scared himself. This is a year. This is like no. This is like couple months, like a month or
Okay.
so after it
This is
happened.
number 8. This is floor 8. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. See,
See, and
is
he
it making
stopped
sense?
doing his
Come on,
activist
Lamar, you got
stuff.
it.
Lamar
Why did
stopped doing this
it's a zip?
because he really be pulling up,
Okay, it's a zip.
causing
That
problems.
light is off.
Yeah,
But the
there's no
question
cameras there.
is,
See, look.
is this light off on purpose?
See, everybody said it was dark because
Oh
they said it was
shit,
a
this is a cover
hurricane
up.
around that
Y'all
time.
see that shit?
See, they said it
Do
was a
y'all see that
hurricane
shit?
around that time,
Oh my goodness.
and it was
They
saying,
untwisted
see,
that on
this
purpose.
is what they was
Oh my goodness.
presenting.
Yep.
They said that the power was off and it was a hurricane coming in, but old girl just went and got some food. Make it make sense.
Oh my goodness, I do not feel right. I don't feel right at all. I swear to God, I don't feel right. Y'all better, Jesus God, this is a cover up. This is a fucking cover up. Ain't no way in hell. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all see that? Wait a minute. Y'all see that for yourselves. I didn't just. My heart is racing. I do not feel right in my spirit.
He
There are no
stopped even
cameras
doing his
whatsoever.
activist shit
But this light,
in real life.
and I
He
promise
stopped.
you, I will show you the messages where I was told by one of the friends that he was on the 9th floor. How the fuck Jordan was on the 9th floor and this was out, this light out?
They found him
You gotta
in
be
a
fucking with me,
staircase on the
right?
ninth floor.
Are you serious, Crown Plaza? Crown Plaza, are you kidding me? This what y'all on? Ain't no get out now. I'm about to fuck this motherfucking hotel up and I'm gonna leave that bitch out too. Cause y'all got me fucked. Now I'm pissed. I'm not even nervous no goddamn more.
And
Cause
they
y'all
scared
they
his
got me
ass.
fucked up.
We said that they
The 8th
scared his
floor.
ass off
And
of
I'm gonna
there.
leave my
Don't ever
bag sitting
come
right
back.
there. You got me fucked up. 7th floor. This motherfucking light is on. Okay, Lamar, calm down, cause you're getting pissed. Take your ass back up here. Let's compare these floors first before you go down there all these stairways. Y'all think I'm playing. And I told y'all,
This
I
shit
told
real,
y'all,
Cash. This
I
shit
told
real.
y'all I felt uneasy in my spirit by them stairwells right there. I knew it. Y'all, now I'm on the 8th floor. I'm getting pissed off. So from the looks of it, every floor has a storage unit. Now the shit just not adding up, and I'm getting very pissed off. 8th floor. Y'all can't tell me shit. Y'all can't tell me shit. This was a fucking cover up. You can't tell me shit. I'm sorry to the elderly, to the elders that's watching this video. Excuse my French, but as an 18-year-old intellectual, young black man that know bullshit when he see it, and when he know when it's bullshit, I'ma call it out. This is bullshit.
Y'all
Now I'm
go ahead
about to
and
go check.
like and share this video for
Hold
real.
on, Lamar. Be more strategic. Don't just check that. Lamar, be more strategic. Hold on, y'all. Let me talk to myself for a second. Lamar, you got to be more strategic. Even though your spirit felt uneasy at that stairwell,
Hmm.
and when you went to the stairwell, the ninth floor light was.
See, Cash, you know what I'm gonna tell you on some real shit
Mhm.
from my way of life. Don't never second guess five player bullshit. You know how this shit go. You hear me?
Mhm.
Being a hustler, you don't never second because you know how this things go. Whatever happened with him definitely got covered up. Now why? Who knows? But it definitely got covered up. No arrest made, no nothing. The boy found on that, back there, you can't even explain that to nobody. You see what I'm saying? And even the activists that try to fight for him got scared off that game too. Because Lamont went hard. He really went to Crown Plazas. He went trying to talk to the board. You feel me? He did that. He was on foot. And you ain't even hear him talking about it. Like, yeah, he knows like this is not a winning battle for him. But you don't try to make sense out of something that don't make sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't don't do that because the rabbit hole can go forever. You know what I'm saying? The what ifs and maybes, but we know how things are ran and how things are governed. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a call that my homegirl she went to the club and they just found her about a vending machine, I know something funny. Cause I know my homegirl, right? Or I know my cousin, right? I know this my cousin don't do this and do that. Why would they fire him? By you see what I'm saying? How would that happen?
Mhm.
Like if I have a cousin that's not from out here and he come out here to watch a Mavericks game and they find him behind the ice machine. And I know my cousin don't do no funny stuff. I know what my cousin be on. You feel me? I'm not gonna believe nothing else. He ain't even from out here. He ain't gonna be getting involved in nothing. He ain't involved in nothing because he ain't even from out here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna believe, yeah. Well, we found nah, man, that don't make sense. Cause I know, but I know my cousins the way they move, they don't even like Texas. They from the country, so they ain't finna sign up for nothing, shake hands with nobody. And if they did, they gonna let somebody know. You feel me? When my cousin came out here, he said, "Hey man, I had got a I was at the Cowboy game. He ran into somebody from East Dallas that said they got signature jerseys. He said he finna go here. He said he asked me. I like, nah, don't go there. That's the East Dallas Projects. You're not gonna get a jersey from there. He said, oh yeah, good look. You see what I'm saying? Cuz you see what I'm saying? That's how that works. He didn't go.
Mhm.
Talking about he finna get some authentic jerseys from East Dallas Projects. He didn't know it's East Dallas Project. He showed me that. I said, nah, that's East Dallas Project, bro. And if anything, you shouldn't be out here trying to get out there jerseys. Just get it from the from the source. Like that who got authentic cowboy jerseys like that? If
Mhm.
and I'm from Dallas. If somebody had it like that, I would have brought some. Come on, make it make sense.
Right.
I'm outside. If it's somebody from the hood that got authentic, everybody would know that. Everybody, look, Cash, everybody would have an authentic cowboy jersey. Like he looking for the ones that they play in. I forgot the name of it. You know what I'm saying? because you know they play in them jerseys and they just throw them, like not throw them away, but put, you see what I'm saying? Like GT got two of them, but he really got it from, you know, when he was working at the stadium, the little, you know what I'm saying? He
Mm,
got it that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Somebody tell him our kinfolk, yeah, we got nah. Mm-mm. You better not, buddy. But hey, you know, like I say, man, we back at it. We finna turn this thing up, man. You see, we had a pretty nice little turnout today, Cash.
Yeah, I've seen
We had a pretty nice little turnout with just me and you. So I would say you don't even need, you know, and Brandy Coke, everybody, y'all come back. We're gonna do it again. You know, I'm gonna go live again tomorrow just to turn it up, and then we're gonna set a schedule. You know, I'm gonna lay that out on my channel so y'all know when I'm coming. Cause I know I did kind of like leave my crowd a little bit. That was a mistake. I ain't gonna do it to y'all again. You see what I'm saying? We gonna keep going hard, man.
it. Indeed, indeed.
All my Cali people, man, y'all boys better tap in. Even when y'all see this video, tap in again. Everybody ask me, boss, where you at? What happened? Where you live? I'm back live. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Let's go. And
Yeah.
we gonna go way harder this time. We finna go real stupid. We finna go real dumb. Cause we speak for the streets and we speak for knowledge and real stuff, man. Don't let nobody sell you no dreams. You hear me saying? You've been out here too long to accept a dream. We ain't never had these things like this. You understand how we understand how things work, man. These people
Yeah.
selling us dreams and we just stay in that false reality. Nah, we gonna look at it for real. That's what we do on this channel. We take a look at the real facts. No what ifs. No buts, ands, maybes, none of that. Ain't nobody gonna tell Cash, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna tell you your people, your cousin, your sister, oh, she just went out and no, you ain't gonna believe that because that's your sister. You know her, right?
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna let nobody sell you a dream on that one. Mm-mm. You gotta understand this, man. That's what we on truth. We gonna look at it awareness and all that. Like that's what we about, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you rocking with me, man. Like I say, you know, you was there the first time. Like let's see what's gonna happen again. Like yeah, everybody saying, hey, you did it. You will do it. I mean, I know. I can. I got a couple of videos. There's 100,000. I just dropped like last month. A little amen video. So we're gonna turn this live thing back up, and we're gonna run with it. That's,
Yeah.
that's it. And
That's all.
we all gonna be able to eat off this. If we're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Just on its own.
Yeah. But hey, I appreciate everybody that's coming out, man. Everybody that's in this chat, man. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do whatever you gotta do. So when I go live, we go live.
Bet that, bet that.
Let's see. Let's say end. Make sure I ended it in the stream.